Get off the paper, Sabrina.
Sometimes you gotta say it out loud.
You know what? I do it. Yeah, you're right. I'm always on paper. No.
It's real.
Sometimes you gotta say it out loud. Wait, say that again.
Get off the paper.
Get off the paper. Ooh, that's it. That's what. Oh, that's the name of it. Get off the paper.
You ain't got nobody else to depend on to do it but you. And that's your survival. And you have a deep survival instinct. Trust me, you got a deep survival instinct.
I do. Who think they bet I do? Who nah, who think they bet I do? I think I'm bad cause Sabrina is my name. So take a sip of my potion and roll it in slow motion. She thinks she bad. Correction, baby, I know I'm bad. She thinks she fine enough to blow your mind. She thinks she hip enough to do that dip. Ice cream, chocolate chip. Fuck with me and I'll bust your lip. I had to come in when I was about like 6 or 7 years old because at that point, like, my mom was sick to the point where she stayed in and out of the hospital, and we would have to like be on watch, like, is this gonna be the day we have to call the ambulance? Like, I wouldn't have become who I am today if my child self would have stayed and endured everything that I went through from the time she left up until now. And so survival mode. So it's survival mode, and it's just like she knew like it was either childhood here and to try to exist amongst friends that were my age and things like that, or it was like she leave and my adult self come and like get me through this, because like I literally watched my mother die in front of me. Like, I watched her deteriorate. Her disease deteriorated her body. Life or death. Those were your only two choices. Life offered you an abundance of sure breaths taken for however long the Creator thought it so. And death offered you a chance to birth a motherless, bouncy, brown baby girl. Death propositioned you to leave your two beautiful young sons to grow up alone. You chose death, despite the doctor's recommendations. You felt my soul and decided that my heartbeat was far more precious than yours. You decided that I was more worthy of an opportunity to exist in this world. You loved me. You pay the price. You really loved me. Way back I am blessed to have called you mother. That's why I'll praise I am thankful to have had your embrace for 11 years. I am grateful to really know what it's like to call somebody home. Mama, thank you for being home. That's why my heart is filled with praise. You know, I remember my mom was singing this song all the time. It was like she would sing it when she woke up. She would sing it when she was like in pain, when we were on our way to church, we were in the grocery store, at night when I was laying in the bed next to her before we went to sleep. Like, my mother loved singing, and she really loved that song.
When I was a little girl, my father was never around, and we lived on the street in 9 Wall Coronade Street from like the time I was like 5 until like I was about 8 years old, and that was right around the corner from my grandmother, who lived on Tennessee Street in the 9th Ward. And my father never would stop and visit me, but he would always go visit his mom. And I remember like looking outside of the window sometimes, like waiting when I was a little girl to see if my father would come. and he never showed up. I remember like knowing that my father was a bus driver, like when I started to catch the bus to school, like, you know, before we used to just walk, but when I started to catch the bus to school, my brother, when I got to like the 4th grade, I remember like seeing my father at times like driving the bus, and that would be a moment that I saw him in years, or even heard from him. So it's just like this constant pattern of my father, just like me wanting him to be present, but me looking for him to be present, but him never actually being present enough to kind of help me grow into the little, you know, beautiful woman that I am today. But, you know, when I was a little girl, I used to want that, not really realizing that.
And she wanted a girl so bad that she used to but I had like a fro. I had a fro, like a curly fro. So she used to put my hair in plaits just to practice combing girls' hair.
Hey, Sabrina Duncan, my pretty little pumpkin, you're so special to me. You're so sweet and wonderful. You're the best little girl in the world.
Hey, bitch, I started in that name war. I'm New Orleans made around the world page, you heard me. And you can best believe that no matter where I'm at, I'ma stay rapping for that thyroid focus. Bitch, I'm from that nine ball, niggy, nine ball, niggy, nine ball. Do it for that nine ball, shake it for that nine ball, work it for that nine ball, twerk it for that. Bitch, I'm from that nine ball, niggy, nine ball, nine ball, niggy, nine ball, niggy, nine ball, work it for that nine ball, shake it for that nine ball, do it for that nine ball, pop it for that nine ball, niggy, nine ball.
I felt helpless in both situations. I feel like I'm a protector, and you was in a vulnerable state because you didn't have anyone to protect you in any of them situations. And I know both of them were, you know, similar, but the ways for me to help you, I felt like the situation when you was 13, I felt like I was to blame because I almost put myself in a situation to be locked up, and I felt it was my fault because I was imprisoned. And if I would have been out, then I would have did what I normally would have did, like come check on you if I know you at the park. Is she talking to boys or anything like that? And I felt like soon as, almost like, I want to say I let my guard down, but as soon as I get myself in a situation, I felt like I put myself in a situation where I wasn't able to help. So that, as far as that situation, I felt angry. I felt at fault. I want to harm the individual. Me and my brother, when I got out, was trying to find out where he live at and stuff, but they said that he had moved. So yeah, they say he moved before I got out. And so I didn't. To this day, I didn't know what his name was or nothing like that. So that's how I felt about that, and that bothered me for a long time.
from the burdens of my people from way back when they were picking and singing and striving and fighting just so I could have a chance to be who I am. I am a black woman, and I am proud. From my deep amber eyes to my full succulent lips, from the shape of my figure to the way I move my hips, I am a black woman, and I am proud. They be asking me like, what's so great about being black? They be looking at me this way sometimes, speaking as if because I am. They be wondering if I would ever want to transfigure to be accepted more, to be respected more, to be just like them. But I digress, because I have nations inside of my womb and a love for my people inside of my breast. My heart beats the rhythm of ancient kings and queens, and my pavement, that shit exudes strength. I am a black woman. That shit exudes strength. I am a motherfucking black woman. And I am proud.
Tracing you for set with my finger, the index to be exact, feels as satisfying as the moment I get to bite into a hot sausage sandwich on French, dressed. After waiting in a line that is usually wrapped around the building of the famous jeans for over 30 minutes just to stand in a packed room full of folk for another 20 minutes, all for the most important sandwich on the planet, my favorite, a po' boy. There has never been anything more fulfilling than that until I touched you, until I outlined the curve of your jaw, grazed your lips, caressed your cheekbones, and kissed your nose. You are astonishing.
Take that inventory. So what are your assets? Showing up is probably your house.
Yeah, I got a fried cookie, one.
Pressure and pain.
Yeah, what?
Your eyes, below your eyes, nasal congestion.
Yeah.
It's miserable being sick all the time. It's slowing you down. It's embarrassing.
I got my car,
It's
you
big
get
Trying to eat foods that have less sugar in it and have less added sugar, and generally trying to get more exercise.
And we'll
That's my cousin. My little brother of mine. Yeah.
Why the $1 billion
I can tell y'all was semi-automatics, you hear that? Miami. He the first one woke. You on a plane with a little pirate thing like a binocular thing? Well, spy ball, baby. Well, you're a spy ball on a plane with a pirate binocular. On one eye.
I'm so fucking tired of people asking me what the fuck I am. As if the only way they'll ever be able to accept me is by characterizing me. As if branding me gay, straight, lesbian, or queer helps them tuck their children in a woman safe in their beds. Like, typifying me helps them sleep at night. Like, who I choose to love or make love to has anything to do with them. I don't fuck with being alphabetized, categorized, analyzed, or arranged just so I can make some sort of sense to them. I am a woman. I am just a woman who loves being a woman who loves women. I love their curves. I love the thickness of their thighs and the soft caress of their skin. I love the sway of their hips and the sexiness of their bosom. I love the succulence of their tulips and how everything about them is toothsome. I am a woman. They can't just box me in for their understanding. I am a woman. I am not a stud, nor am I a femme, and I have no desire whatsoever to be a fucking man. I am a woman. I am just a woman who loves being a woman who loves women. That's it. And if they can't wrap their small, closed, minute minds around it, if they can't grasp the fucking concept, if they can't understand where the fuck I'm coming from, fuck them.
I've got no strings, so I have fun. I'm not tied up to anyone. They've got
sometimes I'm crazy, yeah, bruh. Like really fucking crazy, bruh. Like, no, not that kind. Not the kind that you be cackling with over a drunken slumber, like laughing with in the midst of your slumber, saying, girl, you so fucking crazy. You not that kind of crazy? No, not that kind. Sometimes I'm the call a girl's phone and have a what in the entire fuck is going on with you and my girlfriend type of crazy. Like, I'm the type that be having conversations because I need an understanding. Like, sometimes I'ma ask her for her cell phone to see if she been lying to me about who she been talking to and what she been talking about. Like, sometimes I'm that insecure. And like, you know, people be like, oh, you insecure, that's something to do with you. That's something you gotta work on. But you know what, like I really truly believe that people can make you insecure, and like she made me insecure. I thought this must be how art must feel, hanging in the homes of bureaucrats who had entire closets filled with black suits, the ones who visited the Lavoie just to say that they were cultured. Say, little baby, would you be so kind as to allow me to sit my full head of hair on the tip of your tongue? You see, 'cause like every time you open your mouth, my legs part, like the Red Sea. And you ain't even gotta be saying nothing important either, 'cause it be like the way your lips move and that half smile you give when you blush that drives my body weak. I don't be having no control over the moisture that runneth over and down my thighs when your voice says my name. I want to be yours, untamed, airless hair growing free and strong like a lion's mane. You know, something you gotta work through to get to its street. 'Cause you seem like the type to know how to handle a little bit of hunt to get to the meat.
Good, man. That's good. At least you ain't. A lot of these girls doubling up like.
Who am I?
Yeah, 4, 5 of them. And then every single
Probing for answers with limited perception, unfair views and judgments. Oh, how they love judgment. I ain't for the faint of heart, I know that much. I am dark, obscure, feeling everything and nothing at all. Thinking far too much, breathing heavy on days I tell myself. We are not guaranteed our next breath, our next minute, our next hour, or our next day. So be grateful. Relish in being present exactly where you are. Find moments to open your heart and quietly say the only prayer that matters. Thank you. Thank you. God, thank you. God, thank you.
That's your winky, huh? Where you at?
New Orleans people so funny.
I know why you be.
He like, no, we really, nobody don't act like this but us.
Yeah,
I've seen that a lot of
Like, oh, right. I met a lot of people.
so Brandon stepped out on the porch today. He was another lady. Lady said, "Come on." He's like, "Yeah, I forgot we speak down here."
Yeah, because in New York, they look in your face and be like,
They don't. They will look you dead in your face while you walking towards it and will just not
speak. I know because I went to New York. When I went to Manhattan, first of all, I was like, I'm not doing this no more. And I was like, oh, your boots are cute. The lady looked at me on the subway and turned her head. I was like, bitch, okay.
What you want, ain't you shooting no
She was dead serious.
I know you gotta stand
They just not talking like that. Like, they just, everybody's into their own thing. Like, that's not even, that's why people like New Orleans.
Well, actually,
It's a little bit more lit.
well, when you start
Feel like life a little bit down here.
Yeah.
Not that serious.
all right, when you come home, I'm gonna bring you some McDonald's. Y'all come when you
They
come
so
home.
stressed in New York. Oh my God. Because they got all them fucking bills to pay. That's how Brandon was. Brandon was like, everybody worrying about their rent. I gotta pay my rent. I gotta pay my rent.
every day. That's all you hear people talk about. I gotta pay this, gotta pay. I be like, yo.
No, baby, you don't have a fucking stroke.
Huh?
You don't have a stroke or heart attack worrying about paying bills, baby. I ain't about to live.
I never had to work it on home.
Fuck from down there, baby. There's no Southern Bells.
What?
You gotta get what people.
Southern Bells.
Baby, you could just off a breakdown on the interstate somewhere right here. Somebody gonna pull over and say,
They gonna see you. Oh, look at such and
you need
such.
something? Yeah.
Oh, they gonna
It
call
could be a
somebody and say, I
screen.
seen your cousin.
Yay.
Oh, that's such and such cousin. Oh, let me see if he need help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby, guess what? Fuck
Huh?